I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence plans. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm going to do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness. Oh boy, mail. Ah, my own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door. This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Ham Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located. That pudgy computer dweeb really has a battered head.
Hi there, how can I help you?
I just came by to welcome you to the neighborhood. My name's Tex.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Underwood. So, what can I do for you?
How about something delicious, but not too fattening?
There's a dairy air not far from here. Try the Super Tofu Burger.
If you aren't too busy, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
I'll be happy to help you make a purchase, but I don't like small talk.
Oh, I don't like small talk either, 'cause I'm a big talker, yes sirree.
Well, you've come to the wrong place for chit-chat. Feel free to browse.
Maybe. I'll have to see what you've got that I can waste my money on.
Well, go ahead and look around. Though, since you're a Blue Card member, you'll have to choose from the Blue Light Special items. If you see something you like in the Blue Light Special box, just insert your card. We'll be happy to bill you later.
Do you have fax machines?
Sure do. In fact, there's one older model in the Blue Light Special box.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Ham Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right. Various connectors, accessories, and doodads. Probably there for decoration. Now that's interesting. Looks like an alien pineapple. Ooh, Plan 9 flying saucers. Very cool. Looks like a core sample from an old sofa. An old 1286 with an ancient super duper Wowzer VGA monitor. Well, that's either a model of a space station or a 4-pack of mineral water. This must be the new 10-key laser printer pop-up toaster unit. I don't know what this is, but it's got a real nice handle. A box TV with remote crab speakers. Kids infrared visors. They stopped making these about 50 years ago and they're still overstocked. Shelves and shelves of useless, overpriced products. Yum, an imitation chocolate keyboard. Perfect Valentine's gift for that special computer nerd. A remote control flying saucer, huh? It's so old it's turning to dust. The Rhoon Tracker 8000, just like on TV. Because household pets never build up an immunity to bullets. A teeny disc tote box. Too bad they quit making teeny discs 10 years ago. Looks like some kind of space chicken. Oh, a drive-through teller tube. Everyone should have at least one of these around the house. Ah, it's the plasma ball, the season's hottest new toy. Unfortunately, it cost $18,039.99. This is something called Future Crate. It must hold more stuff than plain old crates. The fax machine's so outdated it doesn't even have a brand name. But it's better than nothing.
Do you have a fax?
As soon as I hook up the new fax machine, a fax prints out. Finally. Maybe this is a real case, the kind you get paid for. A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from the Countess Rainier?
Dear Mr. Murphy, you have been recommended to me as someone capable of handling delicate matters with both competence and discretion. I am prepared to pay you handsomely in exchange for your services. I would prefer to give you details in person. I do not wish to seem impertinent, but time is of the essence. Please meet me at my residence as soon as possible. The address is 1329 Fillmore, Pacific Heights. Countess M. Rainier.
The Countess Rainier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
I'm the Countess Rainier. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. You know, I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr. Murphy. Now, shall we discuss our business while we're still young?
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend. Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it, but I found out nothing.
Well, I'm sure you have more resources, talking about cash, than I do. You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
You know, referring to me as your last option could automatically double my fee.
I already planned on paying you much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman, Mr. Murphy. To give you an idea, the stolen artifact alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay your $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is that the item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the home shopping network. Well, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is. And now that you have all the necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And if you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now I've got to find a link to the black market. How hard can it be?
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Well, thanks. Maybe word will get around and scare up some more work for me.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Maybe then you'll have some money and quit mooching off me.
Admit it, doll, you love me just the way I am.
Oh, you're right, Tex. You're almost irresistible.
Let me show you my investigative abilities. Then you'll be really impressed.
Oh, I'm sure I would. But I just don't date my customers, especially ones with no money.
I have talents that money can't buy, and some that I charge for.
Oh, how intriguing.
Did I ever tell you that I'm a gourmet chef and a fabulous dancer?
Sorry, Tex. Let's just pretend we'll always have Paris.
Come on, Chelsea, let me savor my success for a while.
Okay, but not for too long. I like to keep you humble.
Gee, thanks.
So, is there something you came to ask me about? He's only been here a few weeks, and I don't know much about him. Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it. I don't know how you're gonna find him, but if you do, be careful.
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling some about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Well, I'm sure you would have caught him anyway. Knowing that you were on his trail probably drove him over the edge.
That butt kissing of yours must be a hard habit to break, eh, Murphy?
Actually, I know all about it. Because I'm the one who put the fear of Rusty in him.
Sure you did, Murphy. What can I do for you?
Of course I know the Colonel. Didn't he teach you the business? He's the best PI I've ever worked with. No offense. We scratch each other's backs. He's been busy with some cases, and I haven't seen him for a few weeks. He was a wacko who had a kid show on TV years ago. He quit the TV biz and opened a novelty shop somewhere in the mutant section. Word is, he got involved with the illegal novelty trade and got himself killed. He disappeared months ago. Some of the cops here at the station joined the crusade. None of them work here anymore. I don't take much stock in religious movements, but it sure turned those guys into fanatics. I've been okay. A little indigestion now and again, but nothing serious. Meek's a real valuable contact on the street, but he doesn't come cheap. He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? She's a honey, ain't she? Makes me wish I was 30 years younger. She knows the black market and has helped me make some connections. Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III, then fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the brew and stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business. Franny's a hot-blooded gal. She and her husband Sal wake up the neighborhood sometimes with their rows. Sal's a brute. Funny as hell, but he can get pretty bad after a couple of drinks. He and his wife Franny have a real love-hate thing. Makes me glad I never tied the knot. Sal leaves running the pizza joint up to Franny. Strikes me as a village idiot. He came by one time to see if I had any Inspector Burns action figures. I told him I'd never heard of these Burns characters and thought the kid was gonna tear my damn head off. Don't get me started. That movement is nothing but a hate machine. The Civil War's on the horizon because we mutants can't sit around and take the discrimination anymore. Those crusading fools have started something too big to control. Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco. You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned.
Wanted. Private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade. Will pay top dollar or trade. Contact Franco at the Alhambra Theater, 808 Paloma Lane.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, 2 lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
Hey, how do you know my name?
I have my ways. I've been told you're a private eye.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Franco. Tell me, do you do most of your business in dark theaters?
How and where I do my business is not your concern, Mr. Private Eye.
So what's the movie? Must be a real stinker, because I think we're the only 2 people here.
This is my private theater. Do you like movies?
Sure I do. Maltese Falcon helped me choose my path in life.
Ah, so you steal artifacts for a living.
Oh, I have a wide variety of talents.
How wonderful for you.
Actually, I came to ask about a particular artifact.
Well, perhaps I can help you. As I'm sure you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Yeah, and I'm Miss America.
You must have done awfully well in the talent competition.
I have an amazing baton twirling routine, but let's not get into each other's little secrets, huh?
I'm glad to hear you say that. People who pry into my dealings have a way of ending up at the bottom of the bay.
Gee, that definitely sounds like the policy of a legitimate businessman.
Be careful, Mr. Murphy. If you cross me, I will certainly kill you.
Believe me, I've never met you. In fact, I've never even heard of you.
Excellent. Well, should we get down to business? I assume you have the item? Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it, but I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There, now I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
Do you have a fax?
A fax addressed to Tex Murphy from Franco.
Dear Mr. Murphy, concerning our recent discussion, I have some information you may find helpful. While it won't profit me to tell you this, I will not be entirely unhappy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end for once. Like most everyone else in this city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told that he lives in a luxurious, high-security apartment building called the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. I don't know which apartment Ching lives in, but if you have connections with the police, they may be able to help you. Franco.
Back again, eh, Murphy? What can I help you with? Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him. That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I... Whoa! When I stop bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realize it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
The Laser Blade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Ham knows what he's talking about. Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter. Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library. Either Ham exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day. Laserblade did a nice job cutting through the window. Okay, so the view here is a little nicer than outside my office, if you're into that sort of thing. An extremely handsome mahogany table. Well, this lamp proves that art can be both beautiful and functional. Very comfy looking chair, I wish I had time to try them out. An exquisite oriental rug. I wish I'd wiped my feet before I broke in. A stone bust. Whoever posed for it didn't win any beauty contests, I'll wager. Impressive closet door. Clownfish confetti food. Smells like cotton candy. A heavy-duty metal Geiger trap. Looks like it might be sturdy enough to use on the roaches at my office. Hey there, little Buddha. I love fruit so much. I even love pictures of fruit. This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office. Whoa, these clownfish are really valuable, especially the red one. He's got a cute purple growth on his forehead. It's very rare. Now this ring should be heavy enough to be useful. Wow, these plants aren't plastic, they're real. Ching must have paid a fortune for these. Oh, this painting's one of my favorite subjects, languid women. Hey, I think this is the statue that was stolen from the JBs out in Chinatown. Ching has interesting taste in literature. Let's see, art, death, and war. A spa trophy. Ching must be in some kind of jacuzzi league. Boring. Hundreds of magazines and not a single issue of True Detective. The best of Reader's Digest drama in real life. What I wouldn't give to have all of these in my bathroom. Handsome dish. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe. I knew those samurai speeders were a mechanical nightmare, but a 10-volume owner's manual is a little excessive. I've got to admit it, Ching's got good taste in murder mystery novels. Oh, there's no mistaking these, they're lathe projects. Or maybe candlesticks. Unless I miss my guess, these are Ching vases. Oh, wow. If I'd only known that the Wally Frog waffle iron was going to become a collector's item, I wouldn't have given mine to Goodwill. Well, looky there, it's Samurai Ken and Geisha Barbie. I haven't seen an actual set of encyclopedias since I was a kid. This book seems out of place somehow. There's something different about this book. Just call it PI's instinct. Aha, I knew it. A key. This must be the only door out of the library. So these are the laser nets Ham was talking about. There's a power box at the far end of the hallway with a button flashing. Maybe if I can hit that button, it'll turn off the laser nets. Man, this security system is tough. My brilliant shot didn't turn off the beams, it just popped open the power box. Looks like there's a lever that needs to be pulled down. Hopefully my old horseshoe tossing skills haven't left me. I'll need to find something fairly heavy. As soon as the ring hits the lever, the laser net shuts down. Now I should have the run of the apartment. If the statuette's here, Ching probably has it well hidden. Well, even Ching's plants look expensive. It's a fine table. Recess lights are so showy. Oh Lord, I hate wedding pictures. They give me terrifying flashbacks. Well, this is your standard light at the end of the tunnel. Mom teaching kids proper baby handling techniques. How tender. Ooh la la. Check out that sexy swimwear. Looks like some kind of goose party. I call this painting Woman About to Win Skinny Dipping Bet. Her voice is coming from beyond that door. Must be at the front door to the apartment. Something tells me the trail to the statuette leads right through this door. Well, that's a handsome oriental dressing screen. I'll tell you what, this guy's got style. This door exits the apartment. The voices outside must be security personnel. These chairs look as though they've never even been sat in. A Tiffany Torchier lamp, huh? Very lovely. Whoa, must be party time at Valhalla. These marble obelisks look real expensive. Oh, don't tell me. A man taking his cat for a walk. Antique vase filled with flowers. Well, this must be the mythical Buckaroo Buddha riding his headless steed, Tumbleweed. Real nice door as bathrooms go. Luckily, nature's not calling. Looks like a fax. I don't want to be nosy, but maybe I should take a look.
Happy 30th birthday. I wish I could be there with you on your special day. Since I can't, I decided to write you a birthday poem. Roses are red, sunflowers are golden. I'll buy you a present when I get paroled in 8 or 9 years. Love, Mom.
This Victorian cabinet's nice, but it's just for show. Looks like it doesn't even open. Cool tiger. Looks real enough to nip my finger. An extremely dense and heavy Saturnium ball suspended over a gravity pad. These pillars are perfectly cylindrical, and I like that. I'm not sure what that is, but it's ugly. Whoa, a 6-foot-long pole with a leather noose. This must be great fun at parties. Geiger chow. It's got real roast beef flavor and makes its own rich gravy. Must be Venus before the big breakup. There is a Geiger in the terrarium. Little bugger's a land piranha. It's illegal even to own one of these. Man, these beefy nuggets sure smell good. If I were small enough to fit into the trap, I'd be all over this bait. I don't know what I'll do with a small, ravenous Geiger. Oh well, everybody needs a pet. Sort of cute in a slash your throat, tear the meat off your bones kind of way. Why, these paintings are great! Just look at the nudity. I need to visit more museums. An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. The security card must operate a door or panel somewhere in this apartment. Looks like some sort of document. Must be important if it's in the safe.
Potential buyers of Artifact A. The following names have been mentioned in connection with wanting to acquire the artifact we referred to in our meeting of July 10. R. Danville, Importer. P. Garbett, Exporter. E. O'Connor, Exporter. H. Luns, Exporter. A. G. Coleman, Importer. L. Percival, Private Collector. Madame Latenue, Private Collector. Duke Alforno, Private Collector.
Small mirror provides the opportunity to touch up the old hairdo. The solid steel switch lock requires a key. Sounds like something big moved back in the library when I used Ching's key on the switch lock. I better go take a look. Well, look what's behind the bookcase. A secret room. I love secret rooms. Well, Ching must have money to burn if he's walking around on rugs like this. This must be one of those hermetically sealed chambers. Unless I miss my guess, those objects are the 3 surviving artifacts from the Byzantine Empire. Absolutely priceless. Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. I wish I had time to check them out. I guess Ching's vases are just too nice to put flowers in. This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exaggerating when she said how valuable it was. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog. This collection of matching Samsonite crates must have cost Ching a bundle. Man, who in his right mind would pay big bucks for a painting of flowers? So that's what the ocean used to look like. I'd call this painting Young Boy with Fiddle Asking for Allowance. This painting is really green. It seems to be a fine rendering of Greco-Roman square dancing. I swear I have seen this painting before. This one must be the original. This painting sticks out from the wall more than the others do. Aha! A security card slot. This must be the control for the pedestal where the statuette is. Well, I'm glad someone had the decency to clean up the smut some people call art. Looks like a cloth bandana is tied around David's naughty bits. Sorry, Dave, but I thought your loincloth might come in handy. This sign apparently has something to do with the lever. To pull or not to pull? That is the question.
Don't you ever, under any condition, pull this lever at any time.
This crate feels empty. It's light, but it's sturdy.
Come on.
Looks like Ching needs to install a better security system. Countess will be glad to get this statuette back, almost as glad as I'll be to take her money. I'll return the statuette to her first thing in the morning. Oh, I am one tired hombre. I can't wait to... Oh, shoot. I go through all that work to get the statuette out of Ching's place, and I leave it in the damn speeder. And I didn't even roll up the windows. I am such an idiot.